The sun has not yet breached the horizon. In the Highlands of Scotland, the Carpathians of Eastern Europe, and the deep valleys of the Alps, a thick silver mist clings to the heather and the oak roots. Out of this gray silence, a shape emerges. It is not merely an animal, it is a symbol. With a crown of bone and a gaze that seems to hold the memory of the Pleistocene, the red deer, Cervus Elaphus, steps into the light. For millennia, this creature has been the monarch of the Glen, the ghost of the woods, and the ultimate prize for both predator and hunter. To understand the red deers is to understand the rhythm of the wild, a cycle of brutal competition, tender motherhood, and an unwavering will to survive in an ever-shrinking wilderness. The defining feature of the stag, the male red deer, is his antlers, unlike horns, which are permanent and made of keratin. Antlers are living bone, shed and regrown every single year. In early spring, as the days lengthen, a surge of hormones triggers the growth. At first, the antlers are soft, covered in a fuzzy, blood-rich skin known as velvet. During this phase, the stag is cautious. The antlers are sensitive and prone to injury. He spends his days in the deep shade, feeding heavily on nutrient-rich grasses and shoots. By late summer, the blood supply shuts off. The bone hardens, and the stag begins to thrash his head against saplings and shrubs, stripping away the velvet and bloody ribbons. What remains is a weapon and a status symbol. The complexity of the rack, the number of tines or points, is a visual resume of the stag's health and age. A royal Stigaki stag carries 12 points, an imperial has 14. This crown is heavy, sometimes weighing up to 5 kilograms, requiring powerful neck muscles to support it. It is the heavy price of masculinity in the deer world. While the stags are the icons of the species, the heart of the herd lies with the hinds, the females. Red deer society is strictly segregated for most of the year. The hinds live in tight-knit family groups led by an experienced matriarch. She knows the secret paths through the forest, the hidden springs that never freeze, and the meadows where the grass stays green longest. Her wisdom is the difference between life and death. In these female-led groups, daughters stay with their mothers for life, creating a complex web of social bonds. Communication is constant. soft bleats, sharp barks of alarm, and the subtle language of ear positions and tail flicks. The stags, meanwhile, form loose bachelor groups. These are uneasy alliances, where younger males learn the art of posturing from their elders. There is no love here, only a temporary truce. They graze together, but as the air cools and the first leaves of autumn turn to gold, the truce begins to crumble. September brings a change in the wind. The temperature drops, and the stags' necks begin to swell with muscle. Their coats thicken, and their temperament shifts from cautious to combative. This is the rut, the most dramatic event in the European natural calendar. The silence of the forest is shattered by a sound that feels primeval, the roar. It is a deep, guttural vibration that begins in the chest and echoes for miles. A stag roars to announce his presence, to intimidate rivals, and to keep his harem of hinds in check. A powerful stag may roar thousands of times during the rut, losing up to 20% of his body weight because he is too busy defending his territory to eat. When two evenly matched stags meet, the confrontation begins with a parallel walk. They strut side by side, sizing each other up, looking for a sign of weakness. If neither backs down, they lock antlers. The sound of the collision is like a gunshot. It is a wrestling match of pure exhaustion. They push, twist, and shove, their hooves churning the earth into mud. While fatalities are rare, injuries are common. Broken tines, gouged eyes, or even antlers becoming permanently locked, leading to a slow death for both. The winner takes all, the right to pass on his genes to the next generation. By late spring, the violence of the rut is a distant memory. The forest is lush, providing the perfect cover for the hinds to give birth. A single calf is born, its chestnut coat dappled with white spots that mimic the dappled sunlight on the forest floor. For the first few weeks, the calf has no scent, a biological miracle that protects it from predators like wolves, lynx, or foxes. The mother leaves the calf hidden in deep ferns or tall grass, returning only to nurse it. The calf's only defense is to remain perfectly still. If you were to walk past one, it would not move, its large eyes watching you with terrifying intensity. Soon, the calf is strong enough to join the herd. It learns to recognize its mother's unique call among dozens of others. This is a time of play and growth, but the lessons are serious. The calf must learn which plants are toxic and how to scent danger on the breeze. It is a race against time to put on enough fat before the first snow falls. Winter is the great equalizer. The lush meadows are buried under snow, and the high mountain passes become impassable. The red deer move to lower elevations, often encroaching on human farmland in search of food. During these lean months, the deer enter a state of semi-torpor. Their heart rate slows to conserve energy. They bark the trees, eating the bitter inner layer of willow and rowan, and dig through the crust of snow to find frozen moss. For the old, the injured, or the late-born calves, winter is often the end. Yet, there is a strange beauty in their endurance. A stag, having shed his antlers in the midwinter, looks humbled, yet his spirit remains. He is waiting for the return of the sun, for the first shoots of wild garlic and clover that signal the return of life. The relationship between humans and red deer is as old as art itself. From the cave paintings of Lascaux to the heraldry of medieval knights, the stag has been a figure of veneration. In Celtic mythology, the white stag was a messenger from the other world, a creature that could not be caught. In the modern world, the story is more complicated. In some areas, such as the Scottish Highlands, the lack of natural predators like wolves has led to deer overpopulation, which prevents forest regeneration as the deer eat every young sapling. In other parts of Europe, habitat fragmentation means herds are isolated, leading to genetic bottlenecks. Conservationists today face a delicate balancing act, managing deer populations to protect the environment while ensuring that these magnificent animals have enough space to roam. Rewilding projects are attempting to restore the balance, reintroducing predators and planting wildlife corridors to link ancient forests. As the sun sets on our journey, we return to the mist. The red deer is more than just a large herbivore. It is a vital pulse in the ecosystem. It shapes the landscape with its grazing, provides food for scavengers, and continues to inspire awe in the human heart. The monarch of the mist reminds us of a time when the world was untamed. So long as the autumn air is filled with the sound of the roar, and so long as the tracks of the stag are found in the morning dew, the spirit of the wild remains alive. We are merely witnesses to their ancient, enduring reign.